All right, what's up, agents? Afflicted Gamer here, and welcome back to the Division 2. So we have some cool news to discuss. Well, we'll touch on that at the end of the video in case you haven't heard. But for now, this week in the Division 2, a few things have changed. First up, Triple XP is over, which is unfortunate, but optimization surge is here. Now, it says now is the best time to fine tune your build with double optimization materials, a drop quantity from all sources available throughout the event. What I did is went over to my usual spot where I quickly grabbed some electronics, titanium, and whatnot, which is right beside the White House here at Descent. And usually you should get more materials. For example, typically I'll get 6, 7, maybe even 8 steel out of a bag. When this event happens, you should get roughly 12, 14 plus. So far, I haven't been, but that's the idea, is that anything that you loot, you should get more of. That way, when you go to your build, for example, my first bloom, I need to finish optimizing the damage to targets out of cover. I should get more materials to do that. I'll have to craft a few things, and then, yeah, things will go much, much faster in terms of finishing this thing off. Second up, Ronin. Changes to them. A Ronin spawned while I was actually looting, and the guaranteed key drop is a thing. Now, when the Ronin show up, there's no more 50-50 chance you're guaranteed to get an actual key from them. Second thing, in regards to the Ronin, is that they showed up actually out of nowhere. I didn't have to finally kill 5 Kitsanobi hit squads. He actually just showed up by himself, and there wasn't 2 of them. Last time I was alone, I did get 2, the one with the wolf-looking mask and the other one. That was fine with me only having to take 1 on. So that's cool. And if you don't get them to spawn, simply go back to fighting 5 different Kitsanobi kill squads, and then 1 will appear. I don't know if the whole thing with going down to Tidal Basin still works. I didn't actually bother trying that. What I did was simply go to Jefferson Trade Center, kill 1 there, wait roughly 10 minutes, and then check my usual spots, which would be down by DC South, out front of DCD, and then in between these 2 areas here, the 2 different control points. I found down by the demolition site, I found quite a few, and in the back alleyway between Final Epiphany and Fallen Cranes, they would spawn roughly right about here. For those of you asking for me to make a lantern location guide, there's already so many up there, and I found out that all you get is an arm patch from getting all 40. I honestly am sorry, I don't care for the arm patch. I know that it makes the kill squad spawn quicker, but in the patch notes originally they were supposed to give you a chance at getting a Secura key, which of course didn't happen. Another thing that they made a change to was prototype gear. Now, whenever you're in a mission for getting prototype gear, any loot boxes that you would open, beforehand, people were getting prototype gear, and some were claiming to get quite a few pieces. Well, now that has changed. Whenever you open up those loot boxes that are in missions, there's no chance of getting prototype gear out of those. In terms of the first Blossom caches, this is where a lot of people were arguing that, hey, people are getting prototype first Blossoms out of these, and prototype Lexingtons out of these. I honestly can't say if they changed that or not. The drop rate for keys for me has been pitifully low. I didn't get the infinite spawn that a lot of other people did last week, so I've only got a total of 25 keys in total I opened them all up and finally got a first bloom last week from somebody else. Yes, if your bag is full, they can drop and share one with you, but I did get my own out of a cache on top of a investor. This one I've re-rolled 30 plus times, FYI, to try to get all reds. I can't get it. I just can't. And this is how this one came. So you still have a chance to get the investor and the new exotics, and of course the first bloom and all the other named items out of the caches. However, I'm not sure if the prototype first bloom is still going to come out of there. If anything, I think it should, as that is the only way that you can currently earn this assault rifle. And for those of you that don't think it's good, it is pretty awesome. I know the text is a little odd, where it makes it sound like the damage you do will be at the end of the enemy's health cycle or health bar. No, this starts at the beginning. So if you pair this, for example, with these gloves, and I'm a little off topic here, the overdogs, you're going to do quite a bit of damage. I was actually able to finally melt a hunter with putting this together, which is really cool. Okay, now in the Division world, the Division Resurgence is officially on PC through the Uplay launcher. I'll have a second video up hopefully tonight with live gameplay of that. I quickly booted it up. I tried recording off of OBS just to see what the sound was like. The sound was off a little bit uh, from my mic, not the game. The game, oh my goodness, I couldn't be happier that they did this. And I can finally give my full thoughts and review on that and show you what it looks like playing without having to use an emulator. Now, for those of you that do not have a PC and you're still playing it on phone or tablet, I can recommend that you could go on Amazon and get a screen enhancer where you put your phone essentially behind a screen that mirrors the image of your phone, enlarging it, and that way you can play with a bigger picture. It actually looks pretty decent. I will say that. So, but yeah, other than that, we have our new scout missions live. I'm just getting on now, so I'm going to tackle those after I post this. But right now is the time to optimize your weapons and gear or any builds that you have been working on over the last little bit since it is a new season and we do have some new pieces out there, and especially this new weapon is something I'll be working on and doing something with the agitator. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. And for some people, it'll be their first quick step. So if you didn't get a god roll on that, that'll be something that you can go ahead and optimize. Choice is yours on what you do. One other thing I will quickly mention is last week with the triple XP, if any of you saved your scavenging points, throw them into some printer filament. So for those of you that are like me and you're not expertise level 30, or sorry, yeah, expertise level 30, then you'll have some extra printer filament for that. But in terms of optimization, go ahead and start to loot up the bags that are around the open world to get materials and then craft up what you need from the crafting station if you need anything at all. I need some assault rifle alloys for this, for example, or if you actually need the little optimization flags or anything like that, then you can go ahead and do that if you don't have any scavenging points. Field recon data, sorry, or the SHD recalibration, whatever it is you need. So the other thing to do if you want to get some shade levels and some points, I recommend this every week. Do your weekly SHD requisition project, and even these here, which will give you a recalibration and an optimization cache. Take advantage of all of this stuff while you have the chance. So this is activities in eSmall. Very, very simple to do. So But there you have it. That's what is going on this week in the Division 2 Agents. Thank you so much for watching. If you could be so kind as to drop a like, it's much appreciated. It helps out with the algorithm tremendously. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more Division 2 content. Now Resurgence content. You have no idea how excited I am to finally be able to play it on PC with beautiful graphics compared to what they were before with my controller. And yes, mouse and keyboard support for those of you that prefer that method of playing. I'm so stoked about that. You have no idea. Links for Twitter, Discord, all that good stuff are down in the description. Enjoy your week, agents, and I will see you later in the next video talking about the resurgence on the Uplay launcher.